Ever since the technological revolution adorned us humans with social media, we have been craving the over-the-top, extreme, and intense moments. We spend hours digging through TikTok to Pinterest, trying to find the seemingly absurd to get that adrenaline pumping. And boy oh boy, there's nothing like watching a select few crazy mortals attempting the most extreme and bizarre stunts for a couple of shares and YouTube followers. But while attempting the most extreme of acts, even the best of us can bow out in the race known as life. That's why today's video is going to be focused on the top 10 crazy humans who lost their lives doing stunts. Welcome to Curious World, where we discover and explore the weird and wonderful world that we live in. Number 10. Kyle Lee Stocking, Giant Rope Swing. Viral videos have become a dangerous phenomenon in this day and age. Kyle Lee Stocking was just 22 when he came across a YouTube video of a man attempting to swing between the 110-foot Corona Arch in Moab, Utah. But instead of sensibly clicking the like button or maybe sharing the clip with a couple of friends, Lee decided, let's give this a shot. This is why we need the "don't try this at home" disclaimer for YouTube videos as well. On a mission to recreate this moment, he heads on over with a rope and a harness. The distance from the top of the arch to the ground was just 110 meters, but to the shock of many people in the locality, Kyle's excitement got the best of him as he went out without much planning. Kyle leapt off the arch, but unfortunately, his rope was too long. He went crashing into the side of the arch and his wounds were fatal. This is an important lesson for people who try to replicate such stunts. The least you need to do is to go in properly planned with a proper functioning tape measure. Number 9. Sailendra Nath Roy, World's Strongest Hair. Sailendra Nath Roy was a 48-year-old Indian from Bengal who held the Guinness World Record for farthest distance covered on a zipline using hair. The 48-year-old was pretty infatuated with his hair, and he believed mustard oil was the secret to its powerful performance. But sadly, no amount of power or mustard oil was enough when the Guinness World Record holder stepped out to recreate the zipline stunt just above the Teesta River in West Bengal. After having covered 300 foot, Roy stopped moving. He was believed to be shouting, but nobody could hear him from afar. About 30 minutes later, he was removed from the zipline and was found dead. He'd suffered a massive heart attack, and since there was no medical team on site, he didn't survive. He had even promised his wife that this would be his last stunt, as she used to worry for his well-being. While it did turn out to be the last time he'd ever use his ponytail on a zipline, the way it all went down was simply tragic. Being bald has never felt as good as it does after hearing this news. Number 8. Audrey Musteer, Freediving. Audrey Musteer was a professional freediver, which is basically diving with no equipment. This normally entails dropping close to 400 to 500 feet below sea level, and the only support mechanism is an air tank which brings you up after the dive is completed. After breaking her husband's world record dive by jumping a crazy 558 feet deep, her next dive in 2002 proved to be fatal. She was stuck underwater for nearly 9 minutes as the airbag failed to pull her back up. The tragic incident cost her her life, but the reaction from her husband was more than bizarre. Francisco Ferreras swore to never freedive again following the incident, after conducting one last freedive in her honor. Clearly, the sensible thing to do was to honor his dead wife by doing the same thing which killed her in the first place. But this wasn't the end. He came back in 2013, swearing it would be his last dive, and came back in 2017 again. So that says enough about the mindset of a professional freediver. They're gonna avenge their dead wife's world record, or at least die trying. If you thought these stunts were shocking, you're going to want to stick around until the very end. Number 7. Todd Green, Wing Walking. You may have heard of many crazy professions like a water slide tester or a lion tamer or an accountant, but the term wing walker gets the head scratching. Funnily enough, the job is as simple as it sounds, jumping from the wing of one aircraft to another in the middle of the sky. Stuntman Todd Green attempted this same act during the Selfridge Air Show in Michigan in 2011. After Green jumped from a helicopter to a tiny jet, he lost balance and fell over 150 meters. The spectators thought it was part of the act, as they always do, but to their shock, the the announcers informed the onlookers that an accident had occurred. The pilot stated that Green jumped from the helicopter way too early before the plane was properly positioned, causing him to lose his balance and fail to grab onto anything. Despite having trained for nearly 25 years, Green made a tiny mistake which cost him his life. There's a reason why we call them extreme sports. Even the most experienced performances can have a fatal ending. Number 6. Matt Cranch, human cannonball. After hearing this next incident, I believe the only time one should act as a human cannonball is before blasting themselves into a swimming pool. Human cannonballs was an act first started in 1872, which often resulted in broken backs, limbs, and souls. But clearly, Matt Cranch didn't receive the memo, and in 2011, Cranch was going to launch out of a cannon in Kent for an audience of hundreds of people. You'd think that for such a dangerous stunt, the team would be 100% prepared with the safety nets and equipment, but unfortunately for the young man who had performed the same stunt 5 times before, the 6th attempt was to be his last. After the cannon shot Matt up 40 feet above the ground, he landed face first on the ground after the safety net he was supposed to land in collapsed. This case was then taken to court, and the judge rules that the organizers failed to complete a standard net setup prior to launch, which cost him his life. The organizer received a $100,000 fine, but clearly no amount of money can make up for a lost life. Number 5. Wu Yongning, the professional roof topper. Wu Yongning was a social media sensation who classified himself as China's first roof topper, probably because others were busy doing a real profession. To break it down, he climbed really high roofs, did death-defying stunts, and posted it on social media. To impress his millions of fans and stay relevant in the rooftop climbing community, Yongning decided to climb 62 stories of the Huaiyan International Center in Changsha, China. But his fans grew concerned after he stopped posting videos for a few days. It was later confirmed by his girlfriend that Wu had in fact fallen from the 62nd floor and passed away. The incident prompted China to take a closer look at these kind of videos, since many companies and platforms were providing thousands of dollars to people like Yongning to compete in such stunts. If you're enjoying the top 10 crazy humans who lost their lives doing stunts, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell icon to never miss a video. Number 4. Yanaka Basnayaki, buried alive. Some stuntmen have good reason for attempting the wildest of feats that put their lives at risk, but then there's Yanaka Basnayaki, who thinks that sitting in a grave full of dirt and mud without oxygen would be even mildly thrilling to watch, unless you're the Undertaker. The 24-year-old Sri Lankan got the go-ahead from friends and family since he's attempted this stunt twice in the past as well. After having survived underground for 6 hours, he was attempting to break the record of 6.5 hours. After being buried alive 3 meters deep, 6.5 hours proved to be 30 minutes too long without oxygen, and 6.5 hours too long without common sense. He was found dead, and what's worse is that it was unclear if he even broke any sort of world record. Now we've reached the final 3 incidents, it's going to keep getting crazier, so hang on and stick around until the very end and check out the seriously shocking stunts that didn't quite go to plan. Number 3. Sam Patch, chasing waterfalls. And no, we're not talking about the absolute classic hit from TLC. This particular incident dates back to the 19th century, proving that dying in a ridiculous fashion isn't just a Gen Z thing. Sam Patch was an eccentric performer who used to dive in the Niagara Falls for fun. But due to limited competition and in an attempt to diversify his audience, he headed to the Genesee Falls in New York. He promoted the hell out of the event, which saw about 10,000 spectators show up. And to heighten the performance, he brought in a live bear, which he would throw down the waterfall as well. After he risked the life of a harmless bear, and subsequently his own, the audience was in awe. But he didn't stop there. In an attempt to make even more dollar, he decided to attempt the dive again just 2 weeks later. To make things even tastier, he set up a 25-foot platform for that extreme wow factor. He jumped again, but the audience noticed something weird. His form was off, his body dropped, his arms were extended, and his legs were separated. He was found dead 9 miles away, but the bear lived. Number 2. Mohammed Jalaluddin, burned alive. America's Got Talent has inspired the likes of many spin-offs from around the world, India's Got Talent being one of them. Some choose to showcase their dancing or singing abilities, but some are considerably more unusual than others, and Mohammed Jalaluddin, at just 19 years old, attempted something a little more versatile. After recording an audition clip with his friends, he attempted to eat fire, which he somehow survived. But to take things up a notch, he decided to dazzle kerosene all over his shirt and set himself on fire. I'm unsure as to what the end goal was here, but sadly, it ended up being third-degree burns. The people recording the video were young kids who darted when things started to go pear-shaped, so he was left helpless. He was admitted to hospital with nearly 63% of his body carrying nasty burns and died shortly after. Number 1. Lim Ba, steamed to death. Where do we begin with this one? You'd think that cooking sharks, bats, or even dolphins for that matter sounds bizarre, but ever heard of a human pot roasting himself with some rice and a side of veggies? Lim Ba performed what is known as the human steam stunt, which is as ridiculous as it sounds. He would get into a giant wok, add some rice and sweet corn, and if all went well, he'd come out of the pot in 70 minutes and serve some of the leftovers to the onlookers. Something so disgusting that even the creators of Fear Factor would classify as crossing the line. The human steam experiment was something that Lim Ba had been doing for over a decade, but sadly, age got the best of him and Lim Ba attempted this experiment once again at age 70 and was found passed out in the wok nearly an hour later. Reports said he had died of a heart attack, but the truth was, he cooked himself to death. So here's a warning to all the folks watching, please don't cook yourself in a wok. If you want to feel the heat, go to a sauna or head out to the beach. With this, we have come to the end of our video. Which of these disasters did you think was the most shocking of them all? Would you ever dream of attempting these extreme stunts after watching this video? That is something that Curious World does not endorse. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our content, and we'll see you in the next one.